Om. 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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं हरिः ओम् श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्. My humble pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you to today's session of Bhagavad Gita Shankara Bhashyam. I am not a Pandita, I am not a Jnani, I am not a Guru. I am just a Sadhaka, seeker. I am conducting this study hour as a means for my learning purpose. I am referring to few books, making notes and making it available to you. If there are any mistakes are mine, please forgive me. We are studying Bhagavad Gita with the help of Shankara Bhashyam. We are in chapter 3. Let me share my screen. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, shloka number 20 to 26. Shankara Bhashyam. Gita, chapter 3, shloka 20. Karmanaiva hi संसिद्धिम आस्थिता जनकादयः लोकसंग्रहमेवापि संपश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि. By practicing Nishkama Karma Yoga, King Janaka and others attained moksha, liberation. You too should perform Nishkama Karma for the sake of welfare of the world. So Arjuna's question is, I don't want to fight. So Krishna is saying, in the ancient days, King Janaka and others performed Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga, for the welfare of the world. Therefore, you also should perform Nishkama Karma for the sake of welfare of the world. Therefore, you should fight. That is the purport of what Krishna is saying. Shankara Bhashyam, Gita, chapter 3, shloka 20. In ancient days, warrior kings followed Karma Yoga and attained moksha. Kshatriya Rajas followed Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga, and attained moksha. Who were they? King Janaka, King Ashwapati, etc. There are two ways we can interpret this shloka. One is, if we consider Janaka and others had Samyak Darshana. What is Samyak Darshana? Right understanding. That I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am pure consciousness, Atma Anatma Viveka, as well as Ishvara is the one who runs the show and we are just Nimitta Matra. Okay? They performed actions as Nishkama Karma as an offering to Ishvara for the welfare of the world. Even though they have nothing to gain by doing these actions. There is no selfish motive. And by doing action like this, they achieved moksha. Case 2, another way of interpreting this sloka is, let us say Janaka and others do not have Samyak Darshana. They are sadhakas. They are not Siddha Purushas, they are sadhakas. Then the shloka can be interpreted as they performed Karma Yoga and attained purity of heart, thereby leading to Jnana Sadhana and from there to Moksha. Like that, we can interpret this shloka in two ways. Chapter 3, Shloka 20, Bhashyam continue. You may think that in ancient days only Ajnanis performed karma. Jnanis who have Samyak Darshana need not perform any karma. Even in that case, O Arjuna, you should perform action which is upon you due to prarabdha. What is that? Destiny and fate. For the sake of welfare of the world, Loka Sangraha. For the sake of welfare of the world. To prevent people from going in wrong path is called Loka Sangraha. Gita chapter 3, Shloka 21, Avatarika. Connection between previous shloka and the next shloka. Why should anybody do Loka Sangraha, welfare of the world? It is being told in the next shloka. Gita chapter 3, Shloka 21. Yadyadacharati shreshtas tatta devetaro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokastad anuvartate. People emulate what a great, eminent, noble leader does. What a noble man does is the gold standard for the world. People follow noble people. Gita chapter 3, Shloka 21, Shankara Bhashyam. What an eminent noble leader does, people follow him or her and emulate and do the same. The actions of a noble person, be it materialistic or religious, Laukika or Vaidika, sets the gold standard for others. World recognizes the actions of the noble persons as the gold standard to be followed. It is seen in the world. Whatever our leaders we follow, we emulate that. That's why they say the sports persons, the cricket persons, they should have good character. What they say and do, people will follow. The film stars also are being followed by the people for their fashions and all. So if the film star is a good person, the followers are also will become good persons. Similarly, the political leaders also have followers. It may be an unfortunate thing that today's scenario, the eminent persons in the society, what we follow are not setting gold standards. That is the today's scenario in our country. But in an ideal situation, our leaders should set the standards and people should follow. For example, we have silver lining. You remember Ratan Tata was there. So Ratan Tata was an exemplary example of a leader who has set good example. So his followers will follow that. Even Abdul Kalam, President Abdul Kalam was a good model uh, which we can follow. So, like that, we have many examples, good examples. We should not take negativity, we should take only positivity. We have Kapil Dev, Sunil Gavaskar, like cricketers, which we can follow, emulate. So, like that. Gita chapter 3, Shloka 22, Avatarika. If you say, O Arjuna, I don't need to do Loka Sangraha, I don't work for the welfare of the world, therefore I will not act, then why don't you look at me, Krishna, as an example? Take Krishna as an example. Like what? Gita chapter 3, Shloka 22. न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किंचन नानवाप्तम् अवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि. Meaning, O Partha, I do not have any duty in the three worlds. There is nothing I have not gained or I want to gain, yet I continue to act. So Krishna is saying about himself. Krishna do not have any duty in the three worlds. He has his Purna Kama. He does not have any desires. There is nothing he needs to attain, nothing he needs to gain. He has gained everything that he needs to be gained. So yet he continues to act. Gita chapter 3, Shloka 22, Shankara Bhashyam. O Arjuna, I do not have any duty in the three worlds. Why? Because there is nothing I have not already gained or need to gain. Krishna is saying this. Yet I continue doing karma. So Krishna continuously does karma. Why he does, we will see. Gita chapter 3, Shloka 23. Yadi hyaham na varteyam jatu karmanyatandritaha mama vartma anuvartante manushyaha partha sarvashaha. Meaning, if I do not perform karma tirelessly, Krishna is saying, people will also follow my path. I am performing karma tirelessly so that people will also follow me and be on the right path. If I do not perform karma tirelessly, people will also follow my path and they will also not perform karma. Gita chapter 3, Shloka 23, Shankara Bhashyam. If I have not tirelessly performed karma, world will follow me only and they will also do not perform karma. Gita chapter 3, Shloka 24, Avatarika. What is wrong if they follow you and do not perform karma? What is wrong in that? To show that what is wrong, Shloka 24 is told. Gita chapter 3, Shloka 24. Utside yurime loka na kuryam karma chedaham sankarasya cha kartasyam upahanyam imaha prajaha. If I do not perform karma, these worlds will perish. I will be the cause of their destruction. Krishna is saying that. If Krishna does not perform tirelessly the karma, all the worlds will perish. He will be the cause of the destruction of the worlds. Gita chapter 3, Shloka 24, Shankara Bhashyam. If I don't perform karma, the karma for sustaining the universe. What he meant by performing the karma, Krishna being the Ishvara, Ishvara is the Sthiti Karaka, Srushti Sthiti Samhara Karaka, Ishvara. So here mainly the functionality of Sthiti is told, sustaining the universe. So Krishna, who is Ishvara, being the Sthiti Karaka, if he does not perform the karma, these worlds will perish. I will be the cause of the destruction of the worlds. I, being Ishvara, God, should be showering my grace on the world. Instead of that, if I don't perform the karma, I'll be aiding in the destruction of the world. If I don't perform karma to protect and sustain the world. So it does not behove Ishvara not to do karma. Therefore, Ishvara, Krishna, performs karma tirelessly for the welfare of the world. Gita chapter 3, Shloka 25, Avatarika. If you or anybody else thinks that like me, like Krishna, Bhagavan, Ishvara, they also have nothing to gain from performing karma and they have become desireless, even then they should perform karma for the welfare of the world. Why? Gita chapter 3, Shloka 25. Saktaha karmanya avidvamso yadha kurvanti bharata kuryad vidvans tada asaktash chikirshur loka sangraham. Meaning, An Ajnani performs karma as per desires and attachment. Similarly, a Jnani should perform karma being unattached and desireless to the fruits of the karma. Further, he should perform the karma for the welfare of the world. Gita chapter 3, Shloka 25, Shankara Bhashyam. An Ajnani desires, I will gain this result by doing this action, and performs that action with an eye on the gains, selfish gains. A Jnani should perform all actions without an eye on the results or gains for selfish reasons. If you ask, why should a Jnani perform actions if he or she is not interested in selfish gains? Then listen. A Jnani should perform actions for Loka Sangraha, welfare of the world. Chapter 3, Gita chapter 3, Shloka 26, Avatarika. An Atmajnani who does karma for Loka Sangraha, welfare of the world, and for me, Krishna, Ishvara, and for everyone it is the same rule. The only duty is to act or do karma for the welfare of the world. Everybody should act for Loka Sangraha, for the welfare of the world. This teaching in the Shloka 26 is meant for such a person who acts for the welfare of the world. Na buddhibedam janayed ajnanam karma sanginam joshayed sarva karmani vidwan yuktah samacharan. Meaning, the minds of those who are interested in performing karma, desire oriented karma, should not be disturbed. The Jnani should perform karma perfectly and help or guide the Ajnani to perform his or her karma. Gita chapter 3, Shloka 26, Shankara Bhashyam. An Ajnani thinks, this is my duty, I should perform this karma and attain these results. Disturbing such thought is called Buddhi Beda. Buddhi Beda. One should not cause buddhi beheda to the ajnani who is performing actions with a selfish motive, meaning not to disturb an ajnani. If ajnani is performing with shraddha a karma, a jnani should not disturb the ajnani. He should help or guide the ajnani to perform the karma properly. In, in, in addition, the jnani should also perform karma properly to guide others as setting a standard. Then what should be done by jnani? A jnani, a wise person, should perform karma with faith, shraddha themselves and help or guide ajnani to perform his karma. What is the idea behind this is an ajnani will initially start with desire oriented actions and slowly his and the karma we are talking about Vaidika karma. By performing the Vaidika karma, his antar, antaranga, which is the antaratma, his antakarana will become purified by worshipping the Ishvara. By performing karma, he will slowly his antakarana will become purified and he will move into karma yoga and further he will perform actions for the welfare of the world. Jnani should guide the Ajnani on this path. Okay, do the perform the karma, then he will antakarana will get purified, karma yoga, further purification, then jnana, and from there moksha. This is the path. Thank you very much.